Welcome back to the show. Yeah, they love you. You were born and raised in New York, so I have to start with the question, how about those Knicks?
I've been playing NBA Jam Ewing Starks for so long. I've been waiting through Ewing, I've been waiting through Melo, and all the times we came so close. I'm so glad the Knicks are U.S. champions once again.
That's
Finally,
it.
finally.
Where were you? Where were you when you saw it?
Where was I? I was with my wife and her brother, who has an essay from when he was 10 years old, writing a fantasy novel about the Knicks winning and what it would be like from 1997.
Yes.
But I was shooting a movie. I was in Yonkers during Game 4. And yeah, I live in Washington Heights. I wrote a whole play about it. Still live there. And I was shooting this movie in Yonkers, and we ruined so many takes during the playoffs, during the finals, because people were just watching while we were rolling. Like,
yeah, and screaming, oh, you gotta watch the game.
So we're, doing our musical, and you hear like, but when I left Yonkers, they were down by 25. And I drove the 20 minutes back to Washington Heights, and I go and park in the garage, and I go, what's the score? And they go, they're within 5. They're within 5!
Yes!
And I raced home, and I caught the tip, and I got there in time. And it was just been amazing.
Yeah.
World peace, New York, thank you.
There you go.
The best, the best, the best.
I saw you guys over at Hamilton did something very cool. After curtain call, you guys sang New York, New York.
So after Game 4, I called the producers of Hamilton and said, we need to be locked and loaded for when they win. Not if they win, when they win.
Yeah.
So we had New York, New York ready to go for the Sunday matinee, and as soon as we pulled out the jerseys, you couldn't even hear the song we prepared. Everyone was cheering so loud. And I've been thrilled to see, like, the Schuyler Sisters Knicks edits. There's so many Hamilton Knick edits on TikTok.
So they're part of it.
It's just been
They're
amazing.
in the Anthem Music. The team leaned into it. Watch this video here we have.
Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world, in the greatest city in the world.
I mean, come on, that's exciting. You're part of the.
It's a small list. It's like Alicia Keys, Frank Sinatra.
Yes, of
so
course.
happy to be in the rotation.
Yeah. Thank you for those great New York songs.
Yeah, thanks.
You've been so busy the last couple of months. I always hate to even just bother you and be like, what are you doing now? Because you're doing...
We're friends in real life,
I
Jimmy.
know we are,
You
I
can
know.
bother me whenever you want.
No, I know, but I love you. But I mean, you got Warriors going, but then you're directing again.
Yeah, I just finished directing my second movie. We just wrapped.
Octet.
It's thank you. You have not heard of it. It is a crazy, brilliant off-Broadway musical by my friend Dave Malloy about internet addiction, which I know something about.
Yeah.
As someone who was extremely on Twitter from 2010 to 2018. And it's this a cappella musical about internet addiction. I needed 8 killer singer actors.
Oh, I think you got them.
Our cast is great. Amanda Seyfried, Rachel Zegler, Sheryl Lee Ralph, Pippa Sue and Groff from Hamilton, Gaten Matarazzo.
Oh my gosh.
Janelle Tillman from Severance, Paul Jordan Jansen. Actually, Amanda, can we talk about Amanda for a second?
Amanda Seyfried, yeah.
I realized she had game, when I saw her on this show, she sang Joni Mitchell on this show.
Was that the most amazing thing?
And listen, I've met actors who have been great in movie musicals, and then you meet them in real life and you realize, oh, they can't really sing.
Yeah, of course. They're
It's movie magic.
Yes.
But then Amanda came out here and did Joni, like a really hard Joni Mitchell song on the dulcimer, and I was like, oh, she knows ball.
Yeah. It was unbelievable. I was like, wow.
So this is like Avengers for theater kids.
It really is the Avengers, yeah.
Yeah, because Sheryl Lee Ralph you all know from Abbott Elementary, but she was one of the original Dream Girls on Broadway.
That's right.
Like, it's like legends.
So this is now your second film.
Yeah.
Do you take from other directors? Because I know you've been in a bunch of things now in other films as an actor.
Yeah, well, my first movie credit, actually, I learned a huge lesson on my first movie credit, and it will not be what you think it is. It's Sex and the City, the movie. I carried a couch. I have no lines. It's the scene where Miranda's looking for an apartment in Chinatown.
What?
And the reason I'm in that movie, and Tommy Kail, the director of the live-action Moana, we're in the movie carrying a couch because Michael Patrick King saw In the Heights, he really liked it, and he said, I want to hang out with those guys. So he cast us as like two knuckleheads who move a couch. We don't have any lines. We're literally in the background, and we had lunch with him, and we hung out for 2 days. And I learned from that, like, oh, cast people you want to be around.
Yeah.
Like, life's too short
Yeah.
for people who, like, are divas or anything like that. Like,
You have to
wanna-
have fun.
Yeah.
Enjoy
So,
yourself. We
yeah.
actually have a clip of that scene. Make
Yeah,
sure you
go
look
ahead.
closer. Here's Lin-Manuel Miranda in Sex and the City. Watch this.
Coming or going? Going. Oh boy.
Wow, that's
And the Oscar goes to.
wow. Standing. Oh my God! Wow! Oh my God! Wow! 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 Amazing! Amazing job! Amazing job! That was unbelievable. You really look like you were holding that couch.
I was really holding that couch.
Amazing. Great
Very
job.
method.
Let's talk about Moana.
Sure.
This is the big live action version
Yeah.
of the film, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, you wrote so many great songs for Moana,
Yeah.
and there's even more now.
Yeah, they pulled me out of retirement to write one more song for Moana and Maui, so I got a new song called Along the Way. It was fun because, you know, we have this amazing young woman, Katie, who's playing Moana in the movie, and Tommy Kail is directing. Tommy directed Hamilton, he directed In the Heights,
Yeah.
and he's directing the movie. Yes, we can woo Tommy.
Yeah, why not?
He deserves a woo.
He deserves it.
And we were like, what can we do that's like special for this movie? And what we uniquely could do was write sort of a duet between the Moana. So now OG Moana Auli'i, who's a producer on the film, is like singing a duet with our live action Moana.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so she's like one of the ancestors now, and it's like it's really beautiful. So it's like giving Moana advice. It's like the Moana multiverse. It's really
Yeah. How did you get Dwayne to rap again?
It was not hard. It was really funny, actually.
He's done it on the show.
Yeah, I was there. I went to go visit the filming, and first I dapped up someone who was not Dwayne, but was just wearing a muscle suit.
Yes.
Because when you make a live-action movie, you need a stand-in. So there were two guys just dressed
Jack.
in fake zip-up muscle suits.
Yeah, as Dwayne
For
Johnson.
like the lighting, and I was like, "Hey, that's
you're not me.
You are not you."
Yeah, yeah. Hi, nice to meet you. Yeah.
But I was there for the filming of You're Welcome, and he's rapping it really well. And I was like, Dwayne, you're really good at this. And he was like, Lynn, I've been rapping this into every kid's phone for the past 10 years.
Of course, yeah.
Like, he knows this stuff.
We made him do it on our show. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the verse he knows very well. Giving him new stuff was really fun.
And then, and you got to film a lot in Hawaii. Is that where you were?
Yeah, we filmed. Yeah, I brought my whole family out. We spent the last month of shooting out in Hawaii. It was really amazing.
It's just beautiful.
I'd never
yeah.
been before. I've only been to PRDR. Those are my islands. So, yeah. Hawaii's far.
Yeah. It was enjoyable, though.
It was amazing. It was amazing. And you know, I have one kid who like is gonna make movies one day. I'm being really nice to him, so he casts me when he's actually making them. And then I have like a normal kid. So Sebastian is like, he's got the cans on, and he's like, I think the take before was better.
yeah.
Like and then my other kid was like, thought it was interesting for about 5 minutes, and was like, "Can I go in the ocean and play?
I just
please?
want to play.
I'm a child."
Yeah, I'm a child. Of course.
Nothing interesting about it.
I cannot wait for this movie. Congrats on Moana.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming here. I want to show everyone a clip. Here's the new live-action film Moana. Take a look.
The light of the sky meets the sea. It calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know how far I'll go.
Come on, Lin-Manuel Miranda! Moana is in theaters July 10th. We're doing something fun with Lin after the break. Stick around.